Can you wholesale deals listed on the MLS? The answer is yes, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it step by step. So get your paper and pen ready. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Nick Estes. I'm a full-time real estate investor for over 18 years. I made millions of dollars from my laptop, and it's my goal to help 1,000 people create financial freedom. If you'd like me to personally help you start closing deals, go to legacyinvestor.com. Now, most people don't think you can actually wholesale deals listed on the MLS, but that simply is not true. The problem is they don't know how to do it correctly. And today, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step process of how to do it. Like most things in life, it comes down to the details. You have to be doing this correctly or you're going to get yourself in trouble. So get your paper and pen out. Right now, I'm going to show you the exact steps of how to start doing it so you start closing deals and getting leads for free. So step one is really just networking and making relationships. I'd like you to start making relationships in your local market if this is where you want to start doing deals, and reaching out to all the different real estate agents and seeing what kind of deals they are and tell them what you do, what your goals are, and how you can make a win-win relationship. Now, the best realtors to focus on are the ones that you see who are working with distressed properties. Reach out to them, get in their back pocket, so hopefully when they have a deal coming up, they think of you first. Step two, you want to get set up on a search, right? So you can do this on the MLS. You can have a real estate agent set you up on a search, so anytime a distressed property comes up with keywords or under a price per square foot, you get an email about that listing, or set yourself up with Privy. Okay, this is a great software, and inside there you can set search parameters as well, and I have a discount code down below for that. Step three, simply check your email every single day and be ready to move quickly when you see a deal, because they are going to go fast. Step four, once you get the email of the deal, simply look up that listing agent's phone number, okay? So very simple, Google search the agent, get their phone number and call them up. Step five, when you get the agent on the phone, get as much information about the property as you can. You know, the condition, why the seller might be looking to sell, you know, if there's a certain time frame they need to sell by, and really start making a relationship with that agent once again. Tell them your goals, what you're looking to do, and hopefully how this will be the first of many deals that you guys do together, and that can go a long way when they present your offer to the seller. Step six, when you're talking to the agent, you like what you hear, make an appointment to see the property. Step seven, go out, see the property, and start taking some pictures of it as well. Very key here, you're gonna be wanting to use these pictures if you're actually gonna be wholesaling the deal. So take the pictures now so you don't have to go back. Plus, it's gonna help you remember kind of what the house condition is when you're coming up with your offer. Step eight is you're gonna run all your numbers, okay? So you're gonna calculate your maximum offer. Now, it really depends on your exit strategy. If you're wholesaling it, make sure you take away your fee. If you're flipping it, if you wanna do, you know, a buy and hold, a rental, everything's gonna have a little bit different price of what you can pay for it, but most people here are probably gonna be wholesaling it, so make sure you calculate your maximum offer based on your wholesale fee. Step nine is where it gets a little tricky, and this is where you have to really make sure you know what you're doing. Here is after you calculate your number, you're gonna wanna send your LOI to the agent. Now, this is your letter of intent. Now, this is gonna lay out all the different terms and the price of your offer of what you wanna present. Now, how you do this is key. So when filling out your LOI, there's really 7 things that you have to make sure you have correctly. Number one is obviously the price. Make sure you put a price in there that you know you can perform on and you believe that you can still make a wholesale fee on. Number two is the inspection period. You're gonna wanna put 14 days on this with a minimum of 7, all right? Now, this is gonna give you an appropriate window to try to find a buyer. Remember, inside this inspection period is when you can back out of the contract. So if you only have a couple day inspection period, that's not gonna give you enough time to back out of your contract. I always try for 14, but I'll put a minimum of 7. Number 3 is the closing date. Same thing, give yourself enough time to find a buyer and close on the deal. For me, I like to put it out 30 days if possible. You can always close sooner with a minimum of 21 days. Number 4, you have to look over the contract. Every contract in every state is a little bit different, so you need to check what the assignment clause is in that contract. If the contract says that it cannot be assigned, you have to make sure you sign your name as the buyer. It would be Nick Estes and or assigns, okay? If the contract is assignable, you do not have to do that. Number 5, make sure you're putting in a title company or a closing company that you know is investor friendly. Okay, that's gonna be really helpful for you. Number 6 is the earnest money. Now for this, I like to make sure that the earnest money is only due at the end of the inspection period. So what this will do for you is if you back out of a contract, you don't actually have to put up any earnest money. So if you do find a buyer, your buyer can put that earnest money up for you. So really you can get into these deals with no money out of pocket. And lastly, number 7, I like to make sure there's some sort of a financing contingency in here as well, just to double protect you, all right? So those are the 7 key points on your LOI. And obviously it's really important you do this to protect yourself. Now, when setting an offer, I also make sure I attach my proof of funds, okay? If you don't have your own proof of funds, I can provide that for you, and also attach some sort of a credibility packet so they know you're legitimate, you're a good buyer, and what you do. Really, really important. Number 10, if the agent thinks your offers make sense to write up, have them send you an offer to sign based on your terms. Number 11, if your offer gets accepted, make sure you look over all the terms of the contract to make sure it meets your LOI and sign that contract. And lastly, after that contract is signed, you have to make sure you're moving quickly. You know, that clock starts ticking. Once you sign that contract, you only have so many days to find your buyer based on your inspection period. So work fast and make sure you set a time in your calendar as a reminder of when your inspection period ends. So there it is. That's the exact process of how to start getting deals off the MLS that you can actually wholesale and getting free leads. Now, obviously there's a lot more to this. You have to make sure you're doing it correctly. You still have to go find a buyer, right? So there's a lot more intricate steps involved in this. So if you actually like me to help you start doing this, help you start closing deals and looking over your contracts and make sure you're submitting the right numbers and everything that goes into it, just go to legacyinvestor.com and I will personally help you start doing this and submitting your offers and start closing deals. And as always, if you like this type of content, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you actually wholesale deals on the MLS. If you've done it before, I'd love to hear your comments. I read every single one. And make sure you follow me on all social medias and go to legacyinvestor.com if you actually like me to help you start closing deals. Until next time.